Hi guys, welcome to Wuppertal, Germany, where I want to show you one of the most unique things you will ever see, the Schwebebahn, which is just arriving at the station near where I'm living. The Schwebebahn literally means floating train, and this is the only floating train, the only city in the world that has one. For those of you who have ever been to Disney World, you'll know exactly what this is. But this is one of the most unique things you'll ever see. Literally, it floats beneath the track. Here it goes. And believe it or not, they had this thing running starting in 1901, and since that time, in all of that time, there have been very, very few accidents on this Schwebebahn, which pretty much covers the entire length, it definitely covers the entire length of the main Wuppertal areas. It just runs from one end to the other. Right above this river. And a couple of interesting stories about former crashes. One of the crashes happened a few decades ago when a circus that had come to town was promoting themselves, and they decided to put an elephant onto the Schwebebahn, sort of as a promotional trip along the tracks. The elephant freaked out on the train and began crashing one way to the other, and several people were killed apparently in the commotion. The elephant fell out of the Schwebebahn down to the river below, not at this location, I don't think, but somewhere along the way. The elephant was just fine. The elephant survived. So they definitely learned their lessons, and apparently that was the only accident that they had had until just a few years ago, when a mechanic who was repairing the Schwebebahn accidentally, and I think this is right, accidentally left a tool on the tracks, and the train came through and was derailed and landed in the river below, and I think a few people may have been killed in that. But other than that, those, I think, unless someone can correct me, are the only accidents since 1901 on this Schwebebahn. And so it just really, really interesting stuff. And when I first saw this about a month and a half ago, I thought it was really, really ugly. But the more I've had a chance to look at the details of the Schwebebahn all along the city, the more impressed I have been with the engineering of this. It runs in both directions. So what you just saw was leaving from the Strasse stop, heading down toward the main train station. Now here comes one the other way. I'll show this to you. This is coming from the direction of the main train station, heading the opposite direction from before. You can see it runs on a single, the wheels from above run on one track. But the more you see it, the more you see the marvel of the engineering of this. Especially for someone like me who had a dad who was an engineer. It's really, really incredible. So, I hope this has been informative for you, and I will try to post some more bits on Wuppertal while I'm here. Tschüss!